Welcome everyone. We're in Charmaine's house tonight. She invited me over and she's a lovely friend and a beautiful artist, if I do say so myself. And instead of trying to define her art for myself, because I kind of attempted that in the last video and got some of the facts wrong, I'm just going to go straight to the first question and ask you, how would you describe your art and your work?
Like every artist, I'll say it's all over the place, but I think that it's just, I make work about things that are interesting to me, questions that I have, which would be, I make art about everything that's around me.
Yeah.
Art is everything.
Yeah, art is anything. It's so general. So, yeah, that leads me to my next question. How do you define art?
Define it. Well, as soon as I feel like as soon as you define something, it just opens it up to, bunking that definition.
Yeah.
It
kind of restricts it in a way.
It does.
Yeah.
And so, as soon as I make a rule, that's the first thing that I do is I set out to break it, probably. So, a definition would just mean that I'm going to unravel it quickly, shortly thereafter.
Yeah. So you're just going to leave it vague. You're not going to define it.
There's no definite. I think it's questions. I think it's about sharing questions with interested parties, and there is a gift as well in being able to make your questions operate on different levels for different communities and different cultures, and so it's even more wonderful if your question can talk on different levels, super esoteric, philosophical, smarty pants, to just somebody who's never cracked open a book of art before, gone to a museum or gallery, being able to engage them too.
Oh, I love that definition so much. So, where do you get your inspiration? Where do you draw inspiration from in this world?
Everywhere. Everyone. And it's people.
Yeah.
Mostly. And that's why I always think of myself as a performance artist, even if I'm doing, paintings or drawings or sculptures. The sculptures, they're usually interactive to be eaten or shared or, touched or engaged with. And then if I'm doing a drawing, right now, I'd love to draw you right now as we're talking.
Yeah.
That's usually how my drawings go.
Yeah.
And so, it's people.
Yeah, that's something that I love about Charmaine's art, because a lot of it, or at least the things that I've seen in your workshop, is just portraits, and then you'll have around it quotes of things that they've said, fascinating things that you picked up on them, and I love that about your work. It's so personable, it's so
thanks.
direct. Yeah, I love it.
Thank you.
Okay. So, who are your art idols? People in specific who you look up to, who, if you have any?
Well, people who don't follow a set pattern, people that don't, a lot of people I know go to art school, undergraduate, master's, maybe PhD, or teaching. They say and do the right things all the time. They get the right marks, and they show, and they have a gallery that they're represented by, and they have a solo show at that gallery every year, and they sell stuff. And the people that inspire me are people who have had a hard time, because I relate to that.
Yeah.
The people who haven't had it smooth, who haven't had a lot of money to work with.
Yeah.
And they still soldier on. I guess there was an artist I used to work for, and I still do
restoration
stuff for him, Alan McCullum, and I loved how he didn't go to art school ever. And Jonathan Lasker, a painter, does quite well. He went to art school in his late 20s.
So, at this point, we ran out of time, probably earlier, but I'll edit this in if we already went over time with those few questions I had at the beginning. We're out of time since I only get 5 minutes on this channel. If you're interested in hearing more about the very interesting, intriguing Charmaine Wheatley, please click on the link below. It's the extended interview. And click. And yeah, we'll see you there.